tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season in Week 11 on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's good for an Eagles.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tanner Muse able to get him for a loss of about 3.
The 47-yard line.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Rolling to, and he's going to go down again.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The pass.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week, though.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference. You'll let it slide, but hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Eagles.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's across
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. But he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Jefferson.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
For an Eagles.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Giants 7, Eagles nothing.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back out.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive starts with a completion left side.
Murray's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Murray's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. This one caught by Isabella.
Murray's
the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
1st down, Giants.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? They don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 11. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Well, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Number 15. Touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
And it's up and good. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll look to throw here on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The quarterback.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10. At their own 20.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 41, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third and 2, and here's Murray. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 8 and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's out to the left flat and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Giants.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
To number 86.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've come to halftime after a... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eagles 7.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Halftime, just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Murray on the keeper.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Down, Giants.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And
now Murray.
First down.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Murray's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Quarterback sacked. Brought down back at...
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
We want it. Come to my world. It's 50. Watch that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Dobbins.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horn,
it's caught at the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Still 2nd down.
53 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. This is out quickly to the right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. You must be treated.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
By the Giants.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
At the 4-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
To
Andy Isabella, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? They'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble. 56 yards.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Giants 49.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 4th down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me before I went up, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Take it in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
J.K. Dobbins.
The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
The pass intercepted.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here we go. Key tight end. Key tight end. Hey, 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 hey.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Check.
They're going for it. It's Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A first throw for the backup Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.